We are now viewing Maitland's backstroke from the above water camera view. This is Coach Connor commentating. We will be viewing this video at 1/4 of the original speed for video analysis purposes. Let's begin. So let's go back to the start. A few things I like. Okay, I like that the head position, is straight ahead. We're not tucking it. We're not lowering it. We're keeping it nice and neutral. The arms, however, could be in a little bit closer. Okay, you're just a little bit outside the body line. We want the hands typically shoulder width apart. Okay, so bring those knees out just a little bit so the arms can get over and have parallel to our shoulders. As soon as the hands leave, I like that you're jumping off the wall. Okay, getting that big jump. The head follows the arms as they go back. Okay, you're able to get those hips above the water. Okay, and we're able to get underwater in that nice streamline to get into our dolphin kicks. Okay, as we come to the surface, we do a fantastic job. I like this right here. After your last dolphin kick, you transition into that flutter kick. Okay, so that's excellent. That's exactly what we want. You're maintaining that tight streamline. You haven't let go yet. And the moment we separate, we're beginning that pull. And with that pull, however, okay, I like that the hand is, the lead arm is straight ahead. Okay, but with that pull, as you can see, the arm is sweeping all the way down and around. Okay, and we want to have a little bit more of we want to have an elbow bend to where those fingertips, okay, are still facing the side wall, okay, the wall on the side, but they're facing more upwards towards the ceiling. So we're creating a surface area, okay, that is pulling as much water as you are right now, but we're able to get those hands down to the hips a lot quicker and more efficient. Okay, so keep that in mind. We always want that 90-degree elbow bend, much like a freestyle stroke. Okay, we don't keep our arms straight as we're pulling through under the water, so we don't want to do the same thing on backstroke as we're pulling around the side. Very nice head position. Okay, with that good consistent kick. The only thing with the kick I would say we need to work on is not bending the knees as much, as you can see right here. If we initiate that kick from the hips a little bit more, okay, there's going to be less of a knee bend, okay, causing less disturbance in the body position, especially if the knee juts out of the water, if it breaks the surface. Okay, we're not kicking any water at that point, we're kicking more air than water, so we want to make sure we keep those legs underneath the surface of the water, okay, with the toes at the surface of the water, boiling that water with that kick. Okay, what I really like is the timing of the pull and the recovery stroke. So as you're beginning to pull, we can see that top arm coming out. Okay, notice your body position too. Body position's right at the surface. That's exactly what we want. Okay, and you do a great job of maintaining that body position through the timing of your pull. Okay, so as the arm is pulling, the other arm is recovering. Okay, what we want to see is if we can get that elbow bend. The other reason why we want that elbow bend, because if we can get that elbow bend just a little bit more, you're going to be able to get that hand to the hip by the time your lead arm gets to the top of the stroke. As you can see here, your lead arm is at the top of your stroke, but your hand is not quite at the hip. Okay, but that's an easy fix right there with just getting that elbow bend on the pull. So that way we're able to time into that next stroke, because now you'll notice here it carried over into our next stroke, so we're overlapping stroke cycles. And we're beginning to pull, and that arm and the hand that's down at her hip right now is not yet over. So now we're kind of overlapping the stroke cycles, causing that body position to drop. Notice how your body position dropped from where we were when I first started discussing this. So right about back here. Okay, this is where we were the most efficient. Okay, we have the arm at the top, hips at the surface. Whereas when we jump back to here, okay, our hip is down towards the bottom. Very good. See, now you can see the difference, and when we time it correctly, it's where we mistime it. So it's just being more consistent about the timing of the pull, and that also stems from the way we're pulling through the water. So if we pull through the water correctly with the elbow bend, sweeping down towards the hip, getting to that hip a lot quicker, it's going to keep that timing more consistent. Okay, notice how your kick too. One other thing on the kick is how we're kicking towards the side. Okay, we want to make sure those toes are facing the ceiling at all times. We don't want to ever kick towards the sidewall, because what that ends up doing is it causes a little bit of an over rotation. It's where the hips are kind of wiggling more than they are rotating. Nice steady head position when we're inside the flags as we come to the wall. And a well-timed finish, so that's excellent. That's exactly what we want to see when we're inside the flags. Okay, the head stays nice and still. You keep that kick going nice and strong. The arms don't shorten up. Okay, and you time that finish perfectly. One last big pull into the wall. Boom. As we come over on that last stroke, your hand is touching the wall, so that is excellent. So all in all, a very good backstroke. It's just minor adjustments that we need to make on the pull that will complement our timing. And then with the kick, making sure we're just driving the feet up and down through the hips, boiling that water. Okay, and we'll have that perfect body position that we want for the entire length. So if you have any questions about this video, please feel free to ask me at practice, and I will be more than happy to discuss them with you. Okay?